Hello everyone and welcome to episode 107 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel. As it is the Wrestling Dontaku tour, as we'll be having with 6 tour shows and then the final 2 shows, of course, back-to-back days. As this is a pretty big tour though. We're going to have, of course, not only the 2 big shows to end it out, but we're also going to have on day 5 of the Road 2 shows, we're going to have the New Japan Warfare match again. As far as last year, it was a lot of fun to do it. And, of course, that was for United Empire versus Task Force Death, which that was a hell of a two groups to have that be the first match. But for this year, of course, it's got to be LIJ and the Bomb Squad. And that's going to be a lot of fun to do. That's happening on day 5 of the Road 2 show. As far as the actual final shows, they look like this. Some of these matches you've already knew about, but as far as some of them, not so much so that's going to be exciting to kind of go through the card here. So the main event, of course, we knew already. Shinsuke Nakamura, Hiato Tamura for the Intercontinental title. This is a huge matchup for Tamura. He's wanting to take on the best of the best, and as far as from an Intercontinental title perspective goes, probably the GOAT, in Shinsuke Nakamura. And that is going to be a hell of a main event for the first night. Co-main event, for the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles, the Astronauts taking on Walter and Zack Sabre Jr. Fun match there. I think stylistically, they match up very, very well. Fuminori Abe and Zack Sabre Jr. is a fun match, and then Taku Nomura and Walter is a fun matchup, so you put those 4 pieces together into 2 teams. We got a fun little match. And, Walter and Taku Nomura, as far as their history, Taku Nomura beat Walter the last time they had a singles match. It was 2 years ago during the G1. So as far as that's, I think psychologically that's a big advantage for him, obviously. And then for Fuminori Abe and Zack Sabre Jr., they never faced off against each other. And I don't think Taku Nomura faced off against Zack Sabre Jr. before either. So, but other than that, that should be a very, very fun co-main event, though. A lot of talent in that co-main, that is for sure. And then the matchup before the co-main, we have a Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title matchup as the Time Splitters take on Francesco Kira and El Hero del Airbender. This is a hell of a matchup here. I am very much looking forward to seeing how that plays out. This could be a big night for the Kingdom of Strong style, though, to not only become have the IWGP Intercontinental titles, but also the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles as well. Could be going back to them, so that's going to be a huge, huge matchup. And then, as far as a non-title singles matchup on a final show, which is very, very rare, but this is a grudge match to say the very least. And the first time we're doing this since Hiromu turned on Naito back in New Beginning. As far as to think it's been from February to April, and they finally get their first singles match. I think we probably could have milked it a little bit more. I think a lot of people probably would have assumed this was going to be like a Dominion match, which makes sense. That could have been a great spot for it as well, but I just feel like this is a great spot for it here. Wrestling Dontaku, you can finally have the big singles match, but the match to make, in my opinion now, is not Hiromu and Naito, it's Hiromu and Sombra. As far as the Sombra and Hiromu would be, it's a main event anywhere in the world. Yeah, it's a hell of a match to make, and I think that's kind of the match I want to make going forward between LIJ and the Bomb Squad. But this is very much like a, potential. This could be the final, as far as the final note in this rivalry. And maybe for now, maybe as far as, might keep on going. But this is kind of the build. It's like this is the end. You have the Warfare match. You're gonna have not only Hiromu and Naito, but you're also going to have a Never Openweight 6-man tag team title matchup with LIJ, which will be La Sombra, Shingo, and Bushi, taking on, of course, the Bomb Squad, the Never Openweight 6-man champs, which is Ryu Lee, Samurai Del Sol, and Demonic Bomba. That should be a fun little matchup there. 6-man tag, or another 6-man matchup, a non-title 6-man matchup here. It's Konosuke Takeshita, of course, the heavyweight champion, and Kota Ibushi and Hiroshi Tanahashi take on the team of Peace, Love, and War, which will be Juice, Alex Coughlin, and Barbaro Cabanero. Fun little match there. As far as with Konosuke Takeshita, Kota Ibushi, and Hiroshi Tanahashi, very much a you get the blast-off aspect, but you also get Tanahashi in there as well. And then for Peace, Love, and War, Juice and Alex Coughlin, and also with Barbara Cabanero. It's a fun match. Coughlin Tanahashi, of course, they had a match during the New Japan Cup. That's kind of why we went with that. And as far as, I just feel like it's a fun little mid-card 6-man. We're going to have Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston taking on United Rage in the undercard as well. Tyler Black has kind of put his foot down and says, hey, listen, I beat the man. I'm not going to, he can talk about winning a match all he wants about. He's not getting it. And so much so that he has cited to the New Japan office he will not be appearing at this Wrestling Dontaku tour. Citing not only that he feels like there has been an unfit challenger for him as far as after successfully defending his belt at Sakura Genesis, but also feels like House of Black are in a pretty, in his words, very much a rebuilding process. As far as we have, they dropped from at one point having 5 members, and now they're down to 2. With Robbie Eagles is out, so it's basically. I mean, he's still in the group. Don't get me wrong, but he's out for another 5 months. So it's just him and Malachi, and it's just it's tough on him. It's tough on him, and he's told the office, listen, you find a challenger for me. For maybe Best of Juniors, or even wait till Dominion. That's fine by me. I can sit home and show up on Strong, to make my contractual obligations. But other than that, not being a part of the New Japan side of the tour, or I guess the Japan side of the tour. So that's kind of why we in Moxley and Kingston, they are not wanting to just sit around. They're looking to get out there and get after it. So they're taking on United Rage in a undercard matchup, and then the opener to build to the women's title matchup that's happening on night 2, as it's the Donna Del Mundo team of Julia, Sakiaki, and Athena taking on Queen's Quest of Utami Hayashishita, and as we're going to call them, the Cosmic Angels, and Tei Honma, and or as Tei Honma, as with the Cosmic Angels being, as we'll just show them off already in the stable side. That'd be a lot of fun to do as far as with the Queen's Quest, because it's not only going to be Utami Hayashishita and Saya Kamatani, but it's also going to be Tei Honma and Tam Nakano. As with Queen's Quest, obviously a Stardom group, and obviously Tei Honma and Tam Nakano not a part of Queen's Quest in real life, but they are here in this save. And then don't forget Utami Hayashishita and Saya Kamatani. I think it's a great get, because again, we're building our women's, I guess not women's division, Joshi division, pretty nicely. And I think right now we're at a pretty good spot with it right now. It's still a little too small for my liking, but at the same time, we have 136 people on the roster, so it kind of is what it is. But yeah, I wanted to show off the actual stable. Just because, as far as I know, it's we have a lot. We have a lot right now going on. But for Donna Del Mundo, though, that's going to be a fun showing for all those girls, really. Athena's been really, really a great signing for us, honestly. I wish she was a little bit over more, but she's been a great addition, especially on Strong. That's obviously being an American wrestler. And you're not really working a lot of Japan or anywhere else in the world. That's kind of more of her bread and butter. As for night 2 here, as we'll kind of space it up a little bit, as the match we already knew about, Daniel Makabe and Jonathan Gresham taking on Shotaro Ashino and Claudio Castagnoli for the IWGP Tag Team titles. Big opportunity there for Makabe and Gresham, and it could be a big night for the United Empire, or a big weekend, rather. Because you might see Zack and Volter retain, and you might see Makabe and Gresham become the new Tag Team Champions, and that would be a pretty big get for the United Empire, that is for sure. As for the New Japan Strong Openweight title match in our co-main event, Hiromu Takahashi taking on Kazuchika Okada. So, obviously, with this, we're going to have to kind of play a spoiler role for the first night with that Hiromu Naito match. I think a lot of people probably saw this coming anyways, but Hiromu's going to beat him. And during the press conference, he's said, as far as now that he's done with Naito, he's eyeing, as far as a belt, and he's eyeing a man that he has not forgotten about, a man that beat him for the IWGP heavyweight title many moons ago. Well, it's actually only 4 years, but as far as in the save, that's Kazuchika Okada. And as far as he's, had the office kind of even knew, pitched him this ahead of time. It's like, listen, if I beat Naito, I think I can be the number one contender for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. And, of course, he will beat Naito. And, of course, we'll now see that match all night, too, in the co-main event. Which that's going to be a hell of a matchup, though. That's going to be, it's not going to be as good as those heavyweight title matches 4 or 5 years ago. But, a hell of a match. All around, though, still should be a hell of a matchup. Never openweight title match appeared between Will Hobbs and Sonata. Now, unfortunately, they don't have good chemistry, which I forgot about when we made this kind of match and we were building to this match. But I wanted to see Will Hobbs have a big opportunity here. And Sonata's on a pretty big run right now as a never openweight champion. If he gets, I think, one more defense, he will have, I think he'll be tied for the most defenses in the save as a never openweight champion. So this is a big opportunity for him to tie that record and potentially go on to break it at Dominion. So we shall see if that will be the case. Or will Hobbs get his first taste at singles glory here? This could be a big night for Dark Order. They, with Tankman being out, Brody's not the same. Silver and Black Taurus are now the junior team, and they haven't really found their footing yet. Evil hasn't found his footing in a hot minute, and it would be a great swing of momentum for him. Of course, the women's title matchup, Utami Hayashishita, the challenger, taking on Julia, because she's been booked kind of everywhere, she's already tied Ashley Flair in defenses, which is kind of crazy. So you got a chance to break that come night 2, or it will be Utami Hayashishita as the new women's champion. Task Force Death versus House of Torture. It's kind of a random to go from for Task Force Death to go from that to House of Torture, but I feel like it's a fun little change of pace for them. It's going to be a 6-man matchup in that Actually, it might be a little bit more. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I think it's an 8-man. I want to say it's Moxley, Kingston, Pac, and Shota Umino against the Jay White, Miro, Brody King, I believe Joe Doring. It's the 4th man in that House of Torture side. That's a nice little 8-man kind of mid-card, undercard matchup. Then Suzuki-gun against United Empire. That will be a junior tag matchup. Obviously, the main event sees a Suzuki-gun United Empire matchup. Felt like this was a good chance to have an undercard match in that same vein. And it's going to be a 6-man matchup. It will be Drew Gulak, Gab McGavin, Lee Moriarty taking on Suzuki-gun team of Fred Yehai, Hook, Tucker Ito. So that's going to be a fun little 6-man. Koji Kamai versus the Bomb Squad. Again, same thing, where we have the co-main event. Bomb Squad, Koji Kamai. Undercard's going to have the same thing. It's going to be a 6-man matchup as well. It's going to be Airbender, Francesco Akira, and Yoshihashi against the Bomb Squad team of the Ryu Lee, Samurai del Sol, and the Demonic Bomba in that matchup. And then the opening contest. Obviously, the next tour after this is the Best Super Junior, so we wanted to showcase Hashimoto in a matchup before the Best Super Juniors, and it's going to be him and Fujinami taking on the Jackson Den team of Kyle O'Reilly and Daniel Garcia, which is a fun little opener. I think that's going to go over pretty well. All around, I think this is actually a fun little card. We split up the title matches into 4 on night 1, 4 on night 2. A little half and half action. I like it a lot. And, without further ado here, let's get it on. Let's start this first day here as we have a backstage incident. Oh, I got a couple. As Kojima passing on microphone work to Hayato Tamura, then Kota Ibushi's passing on psychology to Hideo Oka. So our main event, which will be probably this Kingdom of Strong Style Dragon's Den matchup. A big-ass 6-man here with the Dragon's Den team getting the win over the Kingdom of Strong Style, which is kind of weird. Now I'm kind of looking at this. The reason why this is the case, we had the same exact match on New Japan Strong, and the idea, have it be in the U.S. and then to kick off the tour with it. And of course, the Kingdom of Strong Style won that match, and they even won the Sakura Genesis match. So it's been pretty big in their favor as of late. So they needed a win. Yeah, as far as for Dragon's Den, and as far as it's going to be Roddy, and I want to say this match did not have Roddy in it. Oh no, it probably did. But yeah, I mean, all around, this is a fun match. And it's a nice main event to have. Blast Off vs. United Empire is probably a solid co-main for this spot here, as Astronauts and Jason Lee against Zack, Sabre Jr., Volter, and Lee Moriarty, as Zack's going to beat Jason Lee in 22 minutes. Then we'll have the LIJ Bomb Squad match. It's going to be a time of the draw. It's going 30. Thought that was kind of the best case scenario, because didn't want it to be a DQ. I guess we could have, let's just have it be a DQ. We'll have, I want to see Naito kind of lose it a little bit and hit Hiromu in the head with a chair. So we're going to go with that. That will be the finish. Yeah, so say DQ finish. It's probably gonna hurt the what you're gonna call the rating doing this, but it will be fine. So Naito will be the loser because he's gonna be the one that hits him in the head with the chair. Oh, that will mean the winner will be Hiromu. Okay, perfect. So now the undercard, we have another Bomb Squad LIJ matchup, as Bushi and SB Kento taking on the Bomb Squad team of Kawato and Demonic Bumba, as Kawato will, him and Bumba are going to lose to Bushi and SB Kento, so a little 50-50 kind of booking there. Then Bakken, Okamoto, and Kiyomitsu Kasai against Evil and Black Taurus, as, a fun little team. Evil and Black Taurus, I wish they would have, chemistry or something, but they don't, but as far as this is just a great opportunity for both Evil and Black Taurus to get a win in the opening contest. It was going to be Alex Coughlin and Corey Austin, but I changed it to Shota Umino and Corey Austin. Corey Austin's going to struggle stamina-wise, which is fine, because he's getting better. This is just to kind of improve him more than anything, and I think just technically wise, he's a pretty good hand, so that's why we're going to have it be a technical masterclass match. Then for the card, where we want to run this, we won't sell it out, but it'll still be pretty solid to run the Nagata City Gymnasium here. Yeah, let's run, actually, let's double check, make sure we can, yeah, we might run the Zebu Arena. I thought there was a 3,500, but every time I think there is, but there's not. Yeah, we'll run there instead. Alright, so the first day, it's in the books. Oh my god. Shocking, to be honest. Shota Umino's so over. I don't know why this sucked, to be honest. Maybe because just, yeah, I guess just overall wasn't it. But Shooter did pretty well, for all things considered with him, as he gets the one with the Hinky Death Rider. And 52, oh my god, Hyper extended his elbow. Black Taurus, as him and Evil beat the Kiyomitsu Kasai and Bakken Okamoto team. Infernal Suplex from Black Taurus. So this has been a terrible start to the tour. We got an injury, we've had a shitty opener. Here we go, we have a nice little matchup here with Bushi and SB Kento against Demonic Bumba and Kawato. It's relatively close. Wrong team won off the ratings, but I'm cool with this win, with Bushi beating Demonic Bumba. Best guy beats the worst guy. Fine by me. 81 for Naito and Hiromu. Naito and Sombra beating, losing to Hiromu and Ryu Lee. Oh, so even this DQ worked out. So that's nice. Naito disqualified with a chair shot onto Hiromu. Says, fuck it, who needs to win when I can do some damage? Fun match, though. It's always nice to have, the Hiromu Ryu Lee team definitely has potential. So it's also nice to protect them as well. And also protects La Sombra, so all around, I think that was just a, kind of the best case scenario for that one. Zack Sabre Jr. submits Jason Lee, though, in 22-16. Best guy in the match gets the win. Can't go wrong with that, especially when the best guy beats the worst guy. Yeah, kind of, it's crazy that Lee Moriarty's better than everybody on that other side, but at the same time, though, he has been a pretty solid talent for us. And then the 81 for our main event. Kingdom of Strong style, losing to the Dragon's Den. Roderick Strong did pretty well, though, 71. That's not bad, especially for Roddy at this point in 2026. God, he'd be in his 40s. He's still doing well. As Tamura with the jackhammer, though, on to Alex Shelley. Drives him into the mat. With that one, a nice little win. And all around, we kind of saved that show. Didn't expect that opener to suck as much as it did, but thank God we got out of there relatively unscathed. And now on to day 2. We go. Alrighty, day 2. So get some backstage. Oh, we have one backstage incident. It's Yuji Nagata passing on psychology to the Great Okan. As for day 2, yeah, I think we're going to run the Nagata City Gymnasium this time around, since we teased it there for day 1. For this main event, I don't think I'm going to go with the Nakamura Narita Tamura show match. I think we're going to go with this LIJ Bomb Squad match. It's a nice little 6-man. Bomb Squad are going to get the win, as Riley Lee's going to beat Shingo. And, yeah, this, I was thinking we did this trios matchup, but no, we had the 10-man that went to a draw. Obviously, we just had a draw with the DQ finish, but now we're going to have a Bomb Squad get a win because they pinned somebody, as Riley's going to pin Shingo. Then, yeah, I guess this will be the co-main now, as Narita's going to beat Sho. But yeah, obviously going to get carried by the main players in Tamura and Nakamura. Yeah, we're going to have Utami Hayashishita in her first singles matchup here in the company, and she's going to beat Himawari Unagi as part of TCS. We'll see how she does. Utami Hayashishita, as far as what she's done in, it's funny, she's working at Oz and Stardom. And with us, we can't sign her exclusive, obviously, because she's loyal to Stardom. So we are just kind of at their discretion. She, honestly, I was hoping she'd do a lot better than what she's been doing. She got a 57 the last big time matchup she had in Stardom, and that was it was back in March. So it's not that far away from that time, and maybe they just didn't have any chemistry or nothing, but. It just seems like her skills, she's got great psychology, she can really do everything. I'm a huge Utami Hayashishita fan in real life, so I was very, very pleased to be able to finally bring her in. She's got the stats for it to work, it's just not really clicking for some odd reason. I think really it's her overness. If she was just a little bit more over, she'd probably be a hell of a star. But she's going to get the win here over Himawari Unagi. Then we'll have the Kingdom of Strong style Koji Kamai 6-man, which is going to be Kachi Tamato, Alex Shelley, and Kushida, which I think we're actually going to have them get the win. We're going to have Kushida beat Yo. I don't know, though. Yeah, I think it's the right call, because we had them beat Kingdom of Strong style at the new beginning in Sapporo show back in February, so it'd be nice to see them get a win here. So Kushida, and as far as he's getting a win, we're going to Brody King and Toru Tsujura, the House of Torture, that are going to take on Oleg Bolton and Oscar, as Brody King is going to get the win there. Tsujura, then Yui Mura against Yua Koraku, as Yua versus Yua. And Yua Koraku, he's going to get the win over Yui Mura. This is a kind of more his pace, the Technical Masterclass matchup. This is definitely something that he is a lot better at than Yui Mura, but we'll see. Maybe he'll get outperformed. Yep, by 1 point, but it is very, very close. Yeah, we just, Yua Koraku, when we brought him in, it was very much like we need to find a spot for him. Still haven't found that spot for him. But this is a nice little matchup for him and Yui Mura. 52-51. Decent opener. Next matchup, Sujora and Brody King, as they get the win over Oscar and Oleg, as Sujora was rusty, which is kind of crazy, because I don't think he was injured. I'm pretty sure it's just from him not really working a whole lot. So that's kind of nuts to think about, but Brody King gets the win, though, with the Gonzo Bomb nonetheless. 10-28. 74 for the Kingdom of Strong Style, Kuchikamai, Junior 6-man. Kushida with the Kushida lock over Yo. Look at Airbender, though. Best guy in the matchup, obviously. Then Shelly and Kushida and Akira. Kashi Yamato outperformed Yo. How about that? And Utami Hayashishita with the Argentina, how about the Argentina, but it's just the Argentine backbreaker rack, as she gets the submission win over Hamari Unagi. Not a bad little Joshi matchup there. And then at 80 for the Nakamura Narita versus Tamura show match. Good stuff here. As Narita with the Narita special number 4. He's still got a long ways to go, unfortunately. I was hoping he would do a lot better here in this matchup, but it just hasn't really clicked for him, unfortunately. Just holding back. But yeah, Nakamura obviously now declining physically, finally. But yeah, then the 80 for our main event. Ryo Lee pinning Shingo. Yeah, that bomb squad's just rolling. Sarma did well, though. He outperformed Roosh. But yeah, Ryo Lee and Hiromu outperformed him. All around hell of a match. Fun little main. And yeah, well, glad they take that 78. I'm just, we're just hoping nobody gets hurt. Mainly, as on to day 3 we go. Alrighty, day 3. As Zero. Oh my god, look at these backstage incidents. Nagata passing on psychology to Great Khan. Kojima passing on microphone work to Tamura. Ishii's passing on microphone work to Tomoya Tom Ford. As Kota Ibushi's passing on psychology to Deo Oka. Danielson's passing on microphone work to Daniel Garcia. And finally, Danielson's passing on psychology to Dante Martin. Boy, oh boy, what a mouthful that was. As our main event, I don't mind the Golden Ace Juice Coughlin match as the main. I really don't. I think it's a fun little match. As Kota Ibushi's going to beat Alex Coughlin, though, in 20 minutes in our main event. Co-main, we'll go Dark Order, Designs of Perfection. So Tobbs, Taurus, and Silver against Sonata and the Velocities. As Sonata's going to beat John Silver in 20 minutes. A nice little win for the Designers of Perfection. Now, I'm assuming this should probably go here. As Donna Del Mondo of Saletta and Natsui Sumiri, as far as she's taking on, taking on the Queen's Quest of Utami Hayashishita and Saya Kamatani, as Utami Hayashishita is going to get another victory there in 12 minutes. Then we'll have, I'm assuming, I don't know what's going to be the steal of the show match, is kind of what's got me in this predicament here. So Gulak and Gavin McGavin, they're going to beat Suzuki-gun, Yehai, and Hook, which is a hell of a win, actually. Yehai and Hook, they've been on a pretty good run as of late. Yeah, they haven't lost yet in the calendar year as far as when they're teaming up. Mainly, they've taken on, they beat Gulak and Moriarty at the Road to New Beginning, back in February. Then they beat the Young Lion team of Fumio Nakanawa and Yoritoki Suzuki, and they also beat Casanova and Strickland at New Japan Strong. So to lose for the first time, it's a pretty big deal. So, oh no, this is just for a match. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I just now realized that. So, Hashimoto and Fujinami against Shobo Takebo and Nakia Miyagi will go here. And then we're actually going to have Endo and Kyoto Michinori follow the Tactical Masterclass matchup. I know it's kind of weird to have a Young Lion matchup in between that, but I feel like it's kind of the best case scenario instead of having back-to-back matches. Fuck it. It's a tour show. We can roll the dice. We'll be fine. Let's see here. Because I'm really not sure where I want to run this final show. So I'm just kind of... Final 2 shows. I don't think we're going to run the Tokyo Dome. Maybe we will for one of them, but... Maybe back-to-back in the Tokyo Dome? I'm not really sure, to be honest. Well, I mean, we'll probably run the National Stadium, to be fair. Other than that, as far as... I would love to be able to run that twice, but... Who knows, so. And nonetheless, let's run the show. As at 57 for the opener, Kyu Miyagi almost outperformed Leona Fujinami. That's pretty crazy as far as with the chemistry boost, the great chemistry boost. Kyu Miyagi's really come together pretty well. It's him and Shobo Takubo, they come up short though to Leona Fujinami and Daichi Hashimoto. All around though, a fun little opener. 56 in the next matchup is Tetsuya Endo with the moonsault onto Kyoto Michinori. 66 for Gulak and McGavin against Yehai and Hook, as Drew Gulak with a spine splitter over Fred Yehai. Hook does a lot better in America than in Japan, so again, that's just kind of... And plus, this is a technical masterclass matchup, which is weirdly not one of his strengths in the mod. So 72 for Saleta and Natsui against Saya Kamatani and Utami Hayashishita. Pretty close, an upset, but it was relatively close. Samoan draw from Utami Hayashishita in 11:39. We probably have to give her fucking finishes by the looks of it. So 79 for the Dark Order Designers of Perfection 6-man. Sonata with the Lost in the Stars over John Silver in 2030. Sonata, best guy in the match by far. Will Hobbs was kind of, he was behind him, but yeah, with Black Horse being hurt, we probably should have switched him out, but because I wanted 2 juniors and a heavyweight, I was kind of stuck with this. All around, though, still a good little match. Sonata and the Velocities, man, what a trio. Paris De Silva and Jude London, they've been quite the rise. Quite the rise. And a 79 for our main event as well. Kota Ibushi and Hiroshi Tanahashi beat the Coughlin, Juice Robinson, Peace, Love, and War team. Ibushi with the Phoenix Splash over Alex Coughlin in 2030. All around, again, just glad that nobody got hurt. And we, as far as a nice little building up to the final matches there. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And yeah, we just have, nights 4, 5, and 6. Of course, the tour show, the Road 2 show, day 5. We'll have the Warfare match. That's going to be definitely one to circle on the calendar. But then, yeah, I mean, this is going along quite nicely so far. We've had the one injury, but other than that, things have went pretty well. They just booked Julia. RevPro did, so now she has broken the streak. Or not broken the streak, she's broken the record for most successful defenses. So there's that. So that was the kind of whole point of that whole goddamn thing. As Darius Lockhart's trying to get signed by somebody. AAW. Oh, it's an injury deal. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, and then we got to re-sign Silver and Red Shoes. But yeah, on to day 4. We go. Alrighty, day 4. No backstage incidents this time, so we just hop right in. So yeah, I think... I was thinking there was a 4,000 one, no, there's just 5. So yeah, we'll run the Beibu Beacon Plaza for this one. As our main event, it's a good question. We got a little bit of everything. But as far as the actual main that's calling out to me, I'm not seeing it. Oh man, yeah, this is, Shingo and SB Kento against Riley and Samurai Del Sol. I know Riley's going to be the best guy in this match. I know him and Samurai Del Sol have that chemistry boost as well. Yeah, I just think this is the kind of safest bet. Then we'll go Kingston and Pac against... this is the technical masterclass matchup. I had a feeling this might be, as Pac's going to beat Josh Alexander. So, yeah, that will now be a little low on the card. So Shooter and Moxley are going to take on Doring and Sugiura. John Moxley's going to beat Joe Doring in 10 minutes. That's a fun match, though. I mean, John Moxley and Joe Doring would be a fun match. You got a Triple Crown winner against a multiple-time U.S. champion. And now they're making a whole new goddamn belt. And I'm assuming Moxley might probably win that. He's got a good chance. So yeah, as far as, that's another thing I add to the resume. But as far as Flight Club and Suzuki-gun, this can go here. 6-man tag. Only 10 minutes. But Takanori Ito is going to beat Hayata Jr. Fujita. Yeah, I'm cool with the time. Claudio and Rex Steiner against United Rage. Just Claudio will be beating Katsuya Kitamura. Which Katsuya Kitamura is very unhappy about it, which is kind of shocking since Claudio's one half of the tag team champions. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. And now the opener, another Tetsuya Endo singles matchup against a young lion. He's going to take on Kuma Amaya, as he will be getting the win, obviously, there in 10 minutes as well. Yeah, back-to-back appearances for Endo. We get some Task Force Death United Empire matches. You got some Suzuki-gun United Empire matches as well. There's a lot going on this night. But not the biggest of cards, for sure, considering star power-wise. It's a 48 for the opener, as Endo with a Phoenix Splash at 9:36, and this was a poor way to start off the show. Just great. 69 for the next matchups, because the opener sucked, this now sucked. Pac, though, I was hoping to do a little bit better. I thought he'd do a lot better, actually, but he beat Alexander, but it was, not as great as a match I thought that was going to be. Obviously, because of how the opener went, it kind of stunk. But, then the next matchup, Claudio and Rex Steiner beat the United Rage team. I mean, Okan and Gilmore, they have the excellent chemistry, but really it's just Okan being the man. See, I mean, outperformed Claudio, but they lose nonetheless. Tucker Naito with the diving splash onto Hayata Jr. Vegeta. 10-10. Dante Martin, best guy in the match, followed by Tucker Naito, then Hayata Jr. Vegeta. Yeah, Hooks, he did better this time around, but Tozawa and Darius Martin, the worst guys in the matchup there. 68. Oh man, this has been a brutal tour show. Joe Doring is just, sadly, his best days are behind him, and he's losing here to the Death Rider, to Moxley, but Moxley and Shooter, they did all they can, and it still wasn't good enough. Didn't even come close to stealing the show, but thank God we got a good main event, but even then, this show was definitely one to forget about, as Ryu Lee and Samurai Del Sol, they beat Shingo and SB Kento, nonetheless, and yeah, we just could not get it rolling after that opener kind of stunk, and I thought the saving grace was going to be the Kingston Pac match against Alexander and Jarvis, and swing and a miss on that one as well. It was still the second best match on the card, but we have a little bit of a higher standard than that than we have the fucking Three Musketeers and Masawa. Always a boss-ass picture from the King of Colosseum 2 press stuff, which is very, very cool they got to do that. If only they would have got the Four Pillars and the Three Musketeers in the same shot. Would have been historic, and that would have been, sadly, the only time that they've been able to do that, because Hashimoto passes in 05, and then obviously Masawa passes in 09. Very sad to think that those, half of the guys in that picture would be gone by the time the decade ends. But on to day 5 here, as the Warfare matchup is upon us. Alrighty, we are here in the Korakuen Hall for this New Japan Warfare matchup. Now, last year, of course, we had the captains out there watching. But, as far as with this little twist, because LIJ, they only have the 5 members, there is no kind of captain out there watching. So Rome was kind of poking fun at Naito about it, because Naito, I mean, he is the leader, but the plan was, he's not going to start off the match. So they were going to have their interaction, and as, Hiromu was just like, hey, I get the night off. I know my boys have got this in the bag. Whereas you're going to have to be sweating and working and hope you don't get hurt going into our match, as far as just poking at the idea that this is a chance for not only him to rest up, but it's a chance for, maybe Naito to potentially get hurt going into their match. So it gives him a competitive advantage going into that singles matchup as well. But as far as, Naito is saying he's a fighting leader, he's going to fight amongst his group, whereas Rome was just going to, kick back and let everyone else do all of his hard work. As Naito is about to end the promo, though, Demonic Bamba rushes out, missed him in the face. Naito goes down outside the ring, and in comes SB Kento when we start off the New Japan Warfare matchup, as Naito's trying to hurry up and get to the back to wash out that mist. As SB Kento, though, he's going to get the win. He's going to beat the Monarch Mamba, so LIJ are up 1-0 as far as in the matchup, with SB Kento getting the submission victory with the SB Shooter. And then out comes Jiro, as Kuroshio gets the win, though, with a hybrid bomb. So now it's 1-1. And out comes Naito back now that he has got his, the mist cleared out of his eyes. And he gets the win. With the Destino, him and Jiro, they have great chemistry. So that's awesome. A decent little match. Only went 12 minutes. But Naito gets the win. And now LIJ, they take the lead back. But out comes Kawato. And Kawato gets the win with the corkscrew senton over Tetsuya Naito. He outperformed him, too. All around, that's a huge win. To think that Kawato beats Tetsuya Naito is pretty great. But yeah, he gets the win, and that's a 70. And now it's all tied up again. 2 straight. And out comes Bushi with the Firebird Splash. Gets the win over Kawato. Back to LIJ. But now, Ryu Lee gets to come in, and obviously he's going to beat Bushi. He's one of the best performers in the world, and it's an 85. It's all tied up with the Bomb Squad in the lead. And Shingo comes in and takes down Ryu Lee with the Last of the Dragon. Of course, they had that incredible matchup many moons ago. But they've always been a fun act between the two. Stylistically very different, but are able to show off their power, their speed. Ryu's a little bit more of a, the classic luchador in a lot of senses, where he can do stuff on the ground. He can also do stuff flying, but he can bring it too. He can bring a strong style approach to a lot of these matches, and him and Shingo have a fun match there, and that's another 85. But yeah, Shingo gets the lead back for LIJ, and immediately Rush comes in, and it's all tied up again, 4-all, going into the final matchup as Rush takes on La Sombra, and Sombra gets the win in 27-15, so LIJ win the Warfare match. And a fun little show. Obviously, whenever you're able to do something like this, it's always fun. It's a different type of match, to be able to run it for the entire show. And all around, it's pretty straightforward. This year, we went with just them going back and forth. Which is fine. And, as far as it could be a little bit more formulaic at times. But I think there's some pretty big upsets along the way. Kawato beating Naito, even though he outperformed him, but still, that's a big win to be a former heavyweight champion and a former Intercontinental champion for Kawato, and then for also Shingo to beat Ryu Lee. So kind of LIJ and Bomb Squad get a huge upset along the way. It's just fun stuff all the way around. And now on to our final tour show, day 6, as we'll see what we have in store for the final tour show before we get into our final 2 shows of the tour. Alrighty, as no backstage incident for this final tour show. We have this will probably be the main, this Nakamura Hashimoto Fujinami matchup against Tamura, O'Reilly, and Garcia, taking 2 matches that are happening on this wrestling Dontaku, the final 2 shows taking place on as far as different nights, but still taking part of the same final 2 shows, making it into one big match. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to get the win, too, over Daniel Garcia, so a little bit of momentum going into his major Intercontinental title matchup with Tamura. Then we'll probably go... there's also this huge 8-man where it's taking the 2 tag team title matches into one match. United Empire of Makabe, Gresham, Falter, and Zack Sabre Jr. take on the Astronauts and Suzuki-gun, which is a fun match. And obviously the actual unit's going to beat the team of the champion and challengers. But it's fun that I just love this dynamic of this matchup. Probably should be the main, kind of looking at this. But Dan Makabe is going to beat Takuya Nomura. So as far as the heavyweight champion challengers, beat the strong openweight challengers in that one. We'll go Naito and Bushi against the Bomb Squad of Hiromu and Jiro, as Hiromu's going to beat Bushi there. I think, we're cool with that, actually. 10-minute matchup there as well. We got Hobbs and Brody against Sanada and Tomoya Tom Ford. The 10-minute matchup as well. Hobbs will be beating Tomoya Tom Ford. So the challengers are getting a lot of big wins going into the final show. And Konosuke Takeshita and Shun Skywalker Blast Off are going to take on the Peace, Love, and War team Juice Robinson and Barbaro Cabanero. This is mainly just to give Barbaro Cabanero a win over Shun Skywalker. In the opening contest, Tozawa, this is tough because Tozawa's just not talented enough, unfortunately, to make this work. I think we're going to have to go with Roddy on this one. Just kind of looking. I guess we can go Ray Phoenix. Yeah, we'll go Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is going to beat Norio Takagawa to kick off the show. But yeah, all around, I think it's going to be pretty solid matchup. This is going to have to be the Technical Masterclass matchup. Oh, not this match. This match. Which is fine, because it actually works out pretty well. Barbaro Cabanero is going to beat Shun Skywalker there. Did we pick our venue? We did not. Let's see here. I think we're going to run... Yeah, I mean, we could run one of the shows in Sapporo. It's not a terrible idea. So I might skip that. Don't think I'll be running Osaka, because obviously Dominion will be in Osaka, so... We will stick with... We'll run the show here. On the 5,000-seater for the Baycom Gymnasium. Let's run it. Yeah, Ray Phoenix hits the win the opener with the Meteora. 7:53. Very, very short. But, got the job done. And then Konosuke Takeshi and Shun Skywalker beat Barbaro Cabanero. Or they lose, rather, excuse me, to Barbaro Cabanero and Juice Robinson. Yeah, I don't even need to comment on... I haven't talked about Konosuke Takeshita losing to Chris Jericho here in real life. I don't even want to comment on it. Just a kind of context. When Chris Jericho, he beat Konosuke Takeshita clean in DDT. Chris Jericho is, I think, 2 years older. I think he's 54. Now, he might be 53. Nonetheless, he's a year or two older than what Vince McMahon was when Vince was feuding with Austin in the Attitude Era. So to have a guy that age beat somebody like Takeshi, who's not even 30 years old, and was the face of that company in DDT, was the ace there. Disgusting. Disgusting. La Cabanero, though, gets the win there for Barbaro Cabanero over Shun Skywalker, gets the submission win. 78 for, I had no idea Hobbs and Brody had great chemistry. That's kind of wild. We never had them really team often. As Brody and Hobbs, they get the win over Tomoya, Tom Ford, and Sonata, as Hobbs the order of business onto Tomoya, Tom Ford. 76 for Naito and Bushi against Hiromu and Chadro, as, Hiromu carrying this matchup. Kurashia, though, was the worst guy in this matchup by far. It's crazy Hiromu was off his game, but he still was by far better than everybody in this matchup. And he got the crowd buzzing, too. Naito almost got injured. Thank God that didn't happen. 76 for United Empire and Suzuki-gun Blast-Off, as Daniel Makabe submitting Takuya Nomura with the Makabe lock. All around, fun match there. Makabe, best guy in the match. Again, by far, which is pretty crazy. A 91. Very, very impressive stuff there. And an 81 for our main event. Nakamura, Hashimoto, and Fujinami beat the Dragon's Den team. I'm glad we went with this. We stuck with our guns. Which is weird that this match did as well as it did. Nakamura with a 66 is frightening. A lot of good stuff that happened. I mean, Dasha and Michael Cole again having the good chemistry. Danielson and Tamara's got the good pairing, and Garcia and Bryan Danielson have great chemistry. So just a lot of things going well for the Dragon's Den side. All around, that actually went pretty well. That final tour show. And now we go to the actual final shows of the Wrestling Dontaku tour. Nights 1 and 2. They're going to be next week, technically, here in the save. Instead of it being this weekend, we're going to have it be the weekend before we start the Best Super Junior. So it's going to be on Thursday and Friday, which is kind of weird. But I just feel like that's kind of the best case scenario for that. And yeah, all around, I think we got a hell of a Wrestling Dontaku shows lined up. I think both of them are going to go over pretty well. And on to the next show we go to. Alright, well, they got us in the National Stadium for this first show. As I say, yeah, we ran the PayPay Dome. Yeah, it looks like we just ran the PayPay Dome. more so than not. Oh, which is fine, because, yeah, 40,000 will still sell it out, no problem. Yeah, that's cool by me. And hopefully, we can run the Sapporo Dome for the second night. Let's just go ahead and look and see what we... I should have just done this at the fucking beginning. Had this shit already lined up. So yeah, it looks like we ran Chubu last year. See if that was the same case the year before that. Yep, well, shit. That's what I get. Yeah, that should be fine though, because we ran that day too. Yeah, in the old Shizuoka Stadium, 50,000. It'll be a sellout still, so that's fine by me. Yes, the PayPay Dome. I guess we could run somewhere else, so I guess we don't have to run here. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of for the best, because, yeah, that's 25, so definitely won't be running there. Don't run Kanto. I guess we could. It's 93,000? We will definitely sell out the National Stadium. The thing is, can we sell it out back-to-back? I think we can. I actually think we can. Even though it's going to be mildly reduced. Because of oversaturation. Well, I'll still take the sellout 80,000 on hand. It's a big show. Big show. It's a backstage incident. As Parastate Silver brighten the backstage mood. As after doing several funny cartoon drawings with some of his colleagues, and then Tanahashi and Nakamura. Tanahashi's far for Wrestler's Court, making a mess backstage and not cleaning it up. Alright. Ace is sick of everybody's shit. Now he's just laying around like a pig. But as far as Nakamura found him guilty, incidents will clean up and then biting tricks after the show. So last year's show, Zack Sabre Jr. and Jon Moxley, I forget what happened, but that weirdly, did not deliver as high as I thought it would. I think either something happened where somebody got hurt, potentially, there. The year before that was Okan and Tyler Black at the time limit draw. That was, Intercontinental? No, that wasn't Intercontinental Champion versus U.S. Champion. I forget what that was. Now I'm thinking about it. So I thought it wasn't Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, I'm not sure. Nah, fuck it. It'd be fine. As, yeah, I think we're good to go on the actual show, though. So Nakamura, tomorrow, the main event. And Samoa will retain. Big match, big win. They've had a couple of singles matches in the past. Nakamura's beaten them for the most part in those singles matches. All but one time. And now two. This is the first time since 2023 they've had a singles match. So it's been a minute. And mainly they've wrestled in G1s. They've been in the, as far as G1 matches and New Japan Cup matches. But other than that, the heavyweight title matchup in 2023 and haven't had a singles match since then. Well, that's a nice win for Demore. A much needed win for him. Then the co-main Astronauts. United Empire and the United Empire team will retain. Volter's going to beat Takuya Nomura. Tough break for Takuya Nomura, but I feel like he's going to be the worst guy in this matchup, so he's going to lose here to Volter. But Takuya Nomura, again, the last time he beat Volter, man, I mean, it was a couple of years ago, but he was one of the last guys to kind of beat Volter in a singles match. That's a nice little revenge for him. Then, I want to say it's the Time Splitters Junior match against Francesco Akira and El Hiero del Airbender, which it is, as Airbender's going to beat Kushida in 24 minutes. As then we'll have the singles matchup, the grudge match, Hiromu Naito, no DQ, or rather not no DQ, it's a normal match, DQs, everything allowed, all that, which is, weirdly, I would say normally I would have this be a gimmick, but I don't think it needs it. It's Hiromu wants to beat him fair and square. Naito wants to beat him fair and square. I think it builds up to a nice match. And Hiromu, of course, will be beating Tetsuya Naito. God, they've, of course, they've teamed and they've had singles matches and really New Japan G1 matches. Hiromu beat him the first time around, 2021. Then Naito beat him in 2022 the following year. I think that was the last time they had a singles match. So yeah, they had the tag team title run. Yeah, so, I mean, you're talking 4 years in the making. And they're 1-1 in the save. So pretty big. Pretty fucking big. And Hiromu's going to beat him. Even though Naito's going to be tuckered out after 26 minutes. Then the never open weight 6-man tag team title matchup. LIJ, the Bomb Squad, and we have new never open weight 6-man tag team champions as Shingo, La Sombra, and Bushi beat the Bomb Squad team of Demonic Bomba, Samurai del Sol, and Ryu Lee. Quick reign for the Bomb Squad. Of course, they only had the belts for a month. A little over a month. No defenses. So it's back-to-back times where, of course, it's funny. They, Ray Phoenix, Pac, and Pentagon Jr., they had to vacate the belts because Pentagon Jr. went to rehab. And now, again, no defenses. It's been a while since a team, it's actually almost been it's literally been a year now since a team has had more than 3 defenses. That was, of course, the Blast-Off team. So it's been a hot minute. Maybe this LIJ team can be it. Then we'll have Konosuke Takeshita in the Golden Ace taking on Peace, Love, and War, as Konosuke Takeshita is going to beat Alex Coughlin. Oh, Tanahashi's agent. Let that be Goto. Then we'll have Moxley and Kingston in United Rage. Eddie Kingston's going to beat Katsuya Kitamura in 12 minutes. That's going to be still a show matchup. And then the opening contest, Donna Del Mundo against Queen's Quest. Tom Nakano is going to beat Sakiaki, so a win for the Queen's Quest in 22 minutes, which we should make that a technical masterclass. I completely forgot. There we go. Good shit. So, the post-show press conference stuff. I definitely want to have one with Hiromu. And this is, how we talked about how, he talked to the office beforehand and he wants, his title matchup with Okada. This is where this happens, where he now informs everybody about that. And he'll be seeing him tomorrow night. So that's a quick turnaround for him. Let's see if he'll be able to do it against Kazuchika Okada. Makes a... So I'm trying to think. Announces maybe, versus Okada is set tomorrow for the New Japan Strong Open Weight title. Oh, perfect. The abbreviation of tomorrow really saved us there. So there's that. We'll have one with United Empire. Another successful defense for him, but they say the job's not done. Tomorrow night, they're going to see Daniel Makabe and Jonathan Gresham get their revenge for him, as far as to beat the team of Claudio and Ashino. And they hype up their match as well, as far as with Makabe and Gresham. They cut their promo. So that's going to be fun to see if they can, in fact, complete the task here. It's almost complete. Perfect. And then, Satoru Ashino, Claudio. Oh. Nice. Nice. And then we'll have the last one. It will be Konosuke Takeshita. As far as for him, being able to team with the likes of Kota Ibushi and Kota Ibushi and Tanahashi rather has been a great blessing. It's something he's been able to learn under, and he's being the heavyweight champion of the world. He's waiting for his next challenger, but says he's eyeing a guy that he thinks that will be at a very, very big matchup for Dominion's main event. And he looks over at Tanahashi and he says, I never got to face this man. Never had a chance to go one-on-one with him. And I want to do that before the man hangs it up. On the biggest stage, at Dominion. He could do it at Wrestle Kingdom, so he says, I guess Dominion's going to have to do for the second biggest stage. What do you say, Tanahashi? And Tana turns him down. He's like, listen, this is not, I didn't earn this. I'm not going to be handed a heavyweight title matchup just because, somebody wants to face me. You're going to have to do a little bit more than that. He says, this is, he respects the offer, but he's not taking anybody's charity. So that's, and Tanahashi's trying to be stoic about it and turn it down, but Konosuke Takeshita just kind of laughs at him. It's just like, what are you talking about, old man? Like, this is it. This is your last hurrah. You got one last chance. You don't know what you're going to do. You think you're going to win the G1? Tanahashi says, yeah, I'm going to win the fucking G1. I'm doing it. If, you keep on pushing my buttons, I might, in fact, just face you at Dominion if you want to make this a big deal. So it ends up being a friendly banter into being a little competitive. Tanahashi's not kind of going down, and Ibushi's got to get in between them at one point, and they go their separate ways as far as with Tanahashi and Takeshita. So it turned into a challenge that was declined by Tanahashi. Feels like he wants to earn it. He wants a deserving shot at the heavyweight title. And it gets a little chippy. It gets a little chippy between the champion and the ace. So we don't get the match on paper, but we get or maybe a rekindling of the fire under the ace. So that's going to be a lot of fun to see. As of course, the night 2, they're not facing off against each other or anything. Just felt like that'd be a quick turnaround to do it, but this is a good opportunity for him. Good opportunity to kind of have a different type of approach where a veteran talent is wanting to do it the right way. As far as with Tanahashi, he's not wanting to be gifted anybody's charity of like, oh, just because you want to face me, it's not going to happen. Even you try to put the heavyweight title on the line, I don't deserve it. So that's some big words from the ace. And I think we're ready to go though. Let's run the night 1 show, the opener. It's the 70, as Sakiaki, best performer in the matchup. But Queen's Quest, they need the win. They're making their kind of debut this tour. It's funny, Athena's so much better in the U.S. It just can't really get it done in Japan, unfortunately. She probably should have took that loss instead of Sakiaki. But the spin kick, though, from Tam Nakano gets the win. She was the worst woman in the match on her side, rather. As Tei Honma probably could have got a win. Or even Utami Hayashishita, obviously. But, yeah. All around, it was a solid little opener. Plus, it's a technical masterclass matchup, too. So, some girls that plays their strengths more than others. Next matchup, Kingston and Moxley against United Rage. Kingston pinning Katsuki Nomura with the blackout lariat. Moxley, incredible stuff with the 88. Okama with a 78. All around the better team wins there. It's an 88 for the 6-man of Konosuke Takeshita, Kota Ibushi, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Good stuff. As far as obviously Konosuke Takeshita and Kota Ibushi killing it. Everybody else doing about the same. It's nice for everybody. Konosuke Takeshita up the wall to catch them. 2206 on 93 for the never overweight 6-man tag team title matchup. Crazy performance from Ryu Lee with a 96. Samurai del Sol and La Sombra doing really well. All around, it was a really good match. Definitely an upset, but L.I.J. getting a huge win there. And Shingo beating Samurai del Sol with the Last of the Dragon. It's massive, but they get the belts. Do L.I.J. The 85 then for Hiromu and Naito. Yeah, Naito didn't have a prayer. So he gets the win, does Hiromu with a time bomb in 26 minutes. 90 for the junior heavyweight tag team title matchup. Airbender and Francesco Akira beat the Time Splitters. good performance. Akira and Shelley did the same, and then Airbender outperforming Kushida by 16 points. The excellent chemistry boost helping them out a lot there. All around, it's actually a really good match. I didn't think it was going to be in the 90s, so shout out them. 93 for the co-main. New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup. It's the 4th defense successful for Walter and Zack Sabre Jr. They beat the Astronauts as Walter pinning Takuya Nomura. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I just now realized their finisher name is the same as their team name, so we'll probably have to change that. The main event, though, it's an 82. Nakamura outperformed him. Shocking. Nakamura knows how to bring it when the bright lights are on, even at his age. Awesome stuff from Shinsuke there. Tomorrow, though, does have the successful defense. It gets one with the Yato driver in 27:49. And post-show press conferences, we get the Strong Openweight title matchup set with Hiromu. Will the task be completed for United Empire? Will they, in fact, get both tag belts? We shall see tomorrow. And then the fun little, the playful banter, it turns into a heated discussion. And they end up having to go their separate ways to kind of cool off. And Ibushi's got to be the peacemaker of the two. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Yeah, the 91, we'll take that. Actually, a pretty good show. Yeah, that at times it overachieved. Did not expect the Never-Open 6-man title matchup to be the best match on the card, tied with the co-main. I thought for sure, it was going to be the main and co-main being the 1-2 punch, but that match came out of nowhere. Oh, I'm very, very pleased with that performance. I just want to put over Sakiaki, and that's kind of weird, but she did really well for herself. Went up over Moxley for his performance. And, of course, Hiromu. I mean, he saved that singles match with Naito. We'll give him a hug. So 80,000 strong for the first night. We'll see how the second night does. And we'll see if Hiromu can go back-to-back, getting major victories in National Stadium. Would be pretty major for him. But, yeah, on to night 2 we go. Alrighty, so had to make a slight change. The women's title matchup is not going to be taking place. Julia does not want to return after, as far as she's been kind of used a lot by us as of late. So, had a feeling that might happen. Luckily, her contract's about to expire, so this won't happen again. So we'll just now push that match back to the New Japan, New Japan Cup, the Best Super Junior Finals. But we'll still have a singles match for Utami Hayashishita. She's going to take on Athena now. Which, that's well, actually, instead of Athena, I think we're going to go with Saletta. I think that's going to be a little bit better of a matchup for her. Plus, Saletta hasn't been used in a hot minute. Plus, she's a former women's champion as well. So, all around, I think that's going to work out better. Anyways, we accidentally had the match anyways. So, fuck it. So, we'll run it as is. So, the main event, though. Heavyweight tag team title matchup. And they do, in fact, beat them. As Makabe and Gresham beat Suzuki-gun. Makabe beats Claudio Castagnoli. What a night for United Empire. New tag team champions there. Then we'll have the co-main. New Japan Strong Openweight Champion. Hiromu Takahashi and Kazuchika Okada. And he does, in fact, become the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion. So Hiromu, for the first time in ever for him, as far as a New Japan Strong Openweight Champion, his first singles belt probably in a couple of years, actually. Yeah, since 2022, so it's been 4 years since he's been a champion. A long time coming, and as far as from a singles perspective. He was obviously a tag champion for literally a whole entire calendar year, and was a never-openweight 6-man champion for a hot minute in 2024, but no belts in 2025 either, so he has had a long absence away from the belts. But now he has returned to them. So that's, and has returned to some success in a big way. This is looking like his year. Just kind of already. So yeah, night 2 will then go on with Hobbs and Sonata. Which unfortunately they don't have chemistry. Which sucks, but Sonata's going to get the win. This was a tough one to decide. Because this could have been a great win for Will Hobbs. However, like we said, Sonata is... This will tie him with Nakamura for the most defenses in the save, which is funny because he just obviously beat Nakamura for this belt. he's had the belt now since October, and it's almost going to be close to a year. You know, him and it's funny how October and January just seems to be how this all plays out, and as far as usually they either win it there, or they drop it there for the past couple of years. Or yeah, I mean, not yeah, technically past couple of years, 2024 and 2025, and 2026. We'll see how that's gonna change into 2026. If in fact he's gonna drop it at the in October, we'll see. We'll see. But right now, gets the win over Will Hobbs. So that's Utami Hayashishita Saleta match. I don't know if we're gonna keep it there at that spot, at the 4th spot. We'll see. Just kind of depends. Task Force Death and House of Torture, though. This 8-man will go here as Pac's going to beat Ishimori. I think we're actually going to put it there. Just to spice it up a little bit. In Bomb Squad, Koji Kamai. 6-man, obviously the former champions. Taking on Francesco Akira, Airbender, and Yoshi-Hashi's Riley's going to beat Yoshi-Hashi there in 10 minutes. Then we got Suzuki-gun in the United Empire. Actually, this goes before that. It's Hook. Well, I'm going to stick with this, actually. We'll stick with this being in this spot. Hook, Yei and Takanori Ito against Moriarty Gulak and Gavin McGavin. Hook's going to beat McGavin in 20 minutes. And then the opening contest, Hashimoto and Fujinami against the Dragon's Den team of O'Reilly and Garcia, as Kyle O'Reilly's going to beat the junior champion Daishi Hashimoto going into the Best Super Juniors. So that's going to be massive to see. Everything's good to go on that perspective. We just got to add our post-show stuff. As, of course, we'll have one with the best tactical... I about to say tactical. The best technician... I guess not technician. The best tactical squad in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The best tactical teams in the world. And both Makabe and Gresham and Volter and Zack Sabre Jr. celebrating with their victories and their accomplishments, retaining and winning some new hardware for the group. Yeah, Makabe, Jonathan Gresham. There we go. And they just kind of joke to each other as far as like, well, we have all the belts now. Sure, maybe there'll be a challenger come Best Super Juniors, come the finals, but hell, the way we see it, Dominion's all about seeing who's the best of the best. Why not IWGP Tag Team Champions, Daniel Makabe and Jonathan Gresham against the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions, and Volter and Zack Sabre Jr., which, obviously, Zack and Volter are very much wanting that matchup, but really with Gresham and Makabe, they just kind of laugh it off and they just go, let's see what happens. There's a lot of time from now until Dominion. It's a month away, but actually not even a month away. It's a couple of weeks away. But we already had someone kind of laugh off a challenge. I think we'll have Makabe and Gresham go. We talked about, we said that with going into the Claudio and Ashino matchup, of course, previous episode, they said that they were the best technical team in the world. We're going to find out, come Dominion, who really is the best technical team in the world when those two teams battle it out. So they accept, will battle at Dominion. Champs versus champs. There we go. So we have we got a match set for Dominion. Just like that. Yeah, then we'll have we'll have Utami Hayashishita. We'll have her in her Queen's Quest. Talk about as far as Julia Duckenham. Specifically Utami Hayashishita. We'll say, as far as Julia had an injury and pulled out, and obviously she didn't, but you get the gist. We got to kayfabe it. And then we'll have, Tom Nakano, Saya. But yeah, it's just Utami Hayashishita is going to be cutting the promo. She can run away all she wants, but she will get her women's title matchup one way or another. She's going to come out the winner. We might even do it on Strong. That might not be a terrible idea. We'll see. The finals would be a good spot for it, though. Yeah, I think we'll stick to it being at the finals. So there we go. Yeah, Utami Hayashishita and the women's champion in Julia. Oh, let's see, one more. We'll go Sonata. Well, Milano put him over as a designers of perfection. DOP. So yeah, Sonata. Just he's getting fanned. He's getting as far as he's got Mio Hobby's there with Tai Chi, and he's taking a drink of water. He's not even swallowing it. Mio Hobby's like rubbing his neck to make it to where the water goes down for him. Really playing it up that he is getting catered, and he's getting all the remedies and making sure everything's going to plan for him. And for Milano Collection AT, says that he's a busy man. He's flying all over the world, going to runways, going to photo shoots, going to music video shoots all over the world. Everybody wants Sonata. Everybody wants his talent, and no matter they want to see that face and the Never Openweight title as well. They see the success that he's having. Says that he's on the verge of doing some very, very big things in 2026. But he's, still eyeing, as far as with Sonata. Says, listen, this Never Openweight title, it's been great to me. It's had it since October, but I want that heavyweight title again. I want it. I'll win the G1 again if I have to. Because, of course, he didn't actually win the G1. That's right. Yeah, he won the New Japan Cup, but he didn't win the G1. That would be, there we go. That's right. It was him and, it came down to him and Sonata and Tyler Black and Ashino, but he was in the finals too. It was Tamura and Sonata was the actual final. Let's have that instead. Yeah, because he won the cup. That's right. Oh, it's all coming to me now. So, as far as, Sonata, G climax. That would be huge. That'd be a huge win for him. Not only that, as far as with Sonata, you think of what he's done to save. He was the Intercontinental Champion, Heavyweight Champion. He's been the Never Openweight Champion now. He's been the New Japan Cup winner. He's won the Tag League. He's done damn near everything besides, I think he's even been... No, he hasn't been a New Japan Strong Openweight Champion or a Tag Team Openweight Champion. But he's been, IWGP Tag Team Champion. He's done a lot of tasks already before the age of 40, and this could be one of them. To win the G1 Climax would be pretty big for Sonata. Yeah, it's all around. I think that's a good little... We'll have that one be the final one, the United Empire one. But I'm pleased on this show, though. I think, sure, we had to kind of fidget it around a little bit, thanks to having to work around Julia's schedule. But other than that, I think it's going to go over pretty well. Hopefully. We'll see. But yeah, another sellout in the National Stadium. Kyle O'Reilly with the ankle lock submission victory over the Junior Heavyweight Champion Daichi Hashimoto, who had a great performance in 85. Tremendous stuff there for him in the opening contest. Big win for Kyle O'Reilly, and we'll see if they're in the same block or not, or if we'll have to wait down the line there for a matchup between those two. Suzuki-gun against United Empire, as Suzuki-gun get the win. Hook, Yeihai, and Takanori Ito beat the United Empire team. Sucks that Hooks breaks his fingers here. Or just a broken finger, rather, excuse me. But yeah, Hook, worst guy in the match. Pretty brutal. Moriarty, best guy in the match. Better team, United Empire, they probably should have got the win. But again, we have Suzuki-gun losing in the main event, so we had to give Suzuki-gun a bone here in the undercard. It's an 80 for Koji Kamai and the Bomb Squad. Yoshihashi a little rusty. Of course, it's been in rehab for a hot minute. But Ryu Lee and Samurai del Sol, 95 and 92. That's insane. As they beat the Koji Kamai team. And also, of course, Airbender Samurai Del Sol. Riley, he won't be we won't have him be in the Best Super Juniors. We'll actually have him be in the G1. So it's going to be Del Sol, it's going to be Demonic Bomba, it's probably going to be Kawato in the Best Super Juniors, representing the Bomb Squad. And then obviously for Koji Kamai, we know Airbender and Francesco Kira is going to be in it, but potentially Yo as well. I really don't know how many guys we want to have in it and how many blocks we're going to have. As Utami Hayashishita beats Saletta in 22-27. Nice little matchup though, an 80. We'll take it. Utami Hayashishita gets a nice win there. An 81 for the 8-man. Oh, I completely forgot about one more press conference. Let me add that now. As that was an 81 with pocketing the win. Post-show press conference. So, with Task Force Death, Moxley, Kingston, and, we'll have Shooter and then Pac. But as far as with Moxley and Kingston and Shota Umino, they start off the promo with, as far as talking about how Tyler Black been ducking him, as far as, he cheated to win. He's not going to give me, my sanctioned matchup, but there is a guy who has been granted a sanctioned matchup, and it will be for the U.S. title at the Best Super Junior Finals. And it's this man, it's Pac. Pac is just says, listen, when you win the New Japan Cup, a lot of things come your way. You get to have a little bit of a stroke in the backstage area, as far as being able, the office kind of gives you an opportunity to grant you a lot of stuff. But also, Tyler Black, last time you and me were in the same ring, I beat you in the middle of the ring. That was at the G1. I want to say it was not last year, it might have been 2 years ago. Let's take a look, because I want to say it was last year. Nope, wasn't last year. Must have been the year before that. Well, now I can't see it. Was it the Cup? Because they had a match. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's Seth Rollins and the fucking shit. There we go. Yeah, well, it was the New Japan Cup. That's right. Okay, so it was the New Japan Cup. It wasn't the G1. Excuse me. As back at the New Japan Cup last year, he beat him, and of course that was a hell of a match. Because I want to say they also have good chemistry. Yes, they have great chemistry. So that's going to be exciting to see that. That probably should be a main event, but it's not going to be, because we'll obviously have that be the Best Super Juniors. But the match is set, for Tyler Black and Pac for the Best Super Juniors for the U.S. title. Pac, hasn't had a lot of single success either, which is shocking. He's had the Junior Heavyweight title, but no Intercontinental title. Of course, no Heavyweight title. He won the New Japan Cup, but maybe this will be the start of something big for him. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's on Entertainment. There we go. Over this. Yeah, let's put it there. There we go. So, yeah, again, 81 for that Task Force Death 6-man. Oh, yeah, forgot. Gotta hit this. There we go. It's Will Hobbs and Sonata, with their bad chemistry, still have a great little title match. The 5th defense for Sonata. He beats Will Hobbs with a submission victory. Or with a submission victory, Jesus. I was thinking he was going to get the win with this Sonata lock, but he actually went to the moonsault off the top, beats Will Hobbs, and somehow that was a 90. Well, I'm not going to complain about it, but I'm shocked. It's a 98, Jesus Christ, for Hiromu and Okada. Here, I was thinking they weren't going to capitalize and have as great of a matchup as they did back in the 2022-2023 kind of era of the save, but no. They still have a banger here. Hiromu gets the win and is the new New Japan Strong Openweight Champion. Our main event, though, was... it is our main event. I was thinking it wasn't, but yeah, our main event gets surpassed because of the co-main, but it's still a good match. Makabe and Gresham, they are the new IWGP Tag Team Champions as they beat Ashino and Claudio. Makabe being off this game fucks this whole thing up, because I thought he was going to be the best guy in the match, that him and Gresham were going to outperform him, which they still did. I just was expecting a little bit more from him. Unfortunately, not the case, but gets the win, though, nonetheless, with the arm trap German suplex over Claudio Castagnoli. And we have our press conferences. Queen's Quest, which was a brutal post-show press conference. That went brutally wrong there. And as far as we set up Pac in Tyler Black, Best of the Junior Finals. Then we have, as far as that, eyeing the G1 Climax. And, of course, the Tag Team Title matchup set at Dominion. Right now is the penciled main event. Because we don't know if Konosuke Takeshita, we don't know who he's facing. If he's facing anybody. With Tanahashi saying he wants to earn that shot. We'll see as far as how that plays out in the upcoming episodes. But that will do it for this one. Episode 107 in the books. Hell of a show. Hell of a show. Hell of a showing for Hiromu specifically. But yeah, the first show was definitely better. Yeah, I mean, we just couldn't really get it rolling. I think the undercard was a little bit better on the first show too. But some great performances, man. I mean, Ryu Lee was incredible. We'll have to put over Samurai Del Sol, actually. He was really impressive. I mean, I want to put over Sonata, but at the same time, we usually always put him over. Yeah, we'll just, we'll go Soletta. We'll try to put over some of the ladies. That'll help them out a lot. She stepped up. She, short notice type of thing, came in, filled a great spot for us. Awesome. But that will do it for this episode. Again, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the Best of Super Juniors. Take care, everyone.